What is going on, y'all? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, coming back at you another AMA Ask Me Anything. This one's brought to us by Molly, and it's all about eating disorders on a ketogenic diet. But before we dive in, let's roll the intro. All right, so Molly asks, my question is as follows. When you are someone that has a history of an eating disorder, of following a ketogenic lifestyle, yet you can get triggered by many of the foods around you that your family members eat, what would your suggestions on staying strong, overpowering that ED voice? Okay, so I used to struggle with eating disorders on a massive scale. It's kind of what my motivation for doing keto in the first place was. And for me, and I feel like for a lot of people, eating disorders are rampant when there is some sense of guilt and shame associated with the food. And I think for me, overcoming that became much easier once I switched to a clean ketogenic lifestyle because there wasn't really as much guilt associated with the foods I was eating. If I was eating high quality, real, nutritious, good solid food, I didn't have that sense of guilt associated with it. Even if I ate a lot of it, if you eat a whole lot of steak and eggs compared to if you eat a whole lot of birthday cake and ice cream, you don't really have that sense of guilt coming from the steak and eggs like you would with the ice cream. And when you don't have the guilt associated with it, I think it makes it much easier to just get back on track and kind of hit your target macros and all that stuff. Once you have this massive sensation of guilt weighing on you, you feel like you have to, you feel weak, you feel powerless, you feel like you have to redeem yourself by doing a whole bunch of excessive cardio or like fasting, following that overindulgence. And I don't really ever recommend that. And it's become much easier mentally and emotionally if I'm only eating real quality foods. As far as the family setting goes, when they're eating foods around you, eat things that you don't have to feel guilty for. Like at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, at these holidays, at birthdays, my wife will make like a keto cheesecake or keto cookies or something like that. So if everybody else is eating these sweet, indulgent foods that are kind of like festive and in line with the holidays, I'll have those sweet and festive foods, but it's going to be like a ketogenic version of that, and they're all using real high-quality ingredients, I'll have a little bit higher carb count, like from the almond flour and stuff like that, but if I'm using stevia, things of that nature to sweeten it, I'm not going to have the blood sugar response. I'm not going to have that corresponding drop in blood sugar. The cravings aren't going to be, intensified, and I can still be part of the social setting, and I don't have that guilt associated with the foods I'm eating at that social setting, which makes it all the easier to get back on my normal track and routine, eating my normal foods following that event. So that would be my recommendation. Take whatever foods you crave or what are popular there, bring a ketogenic version of that, let others try it. You'll be surprised. Most of them find it's very tasty. Then you can enjoy that with them, alongside them, and not feel deprived, depleted, or guilty for doing so. So that'd be my recommendation. Molly, you requested some, let me see here, chocolate peanut butter cup bricks. So I've got some of those headed your way. For anybody that does not know how these AMA videos work, if you submit me a well thought out question via the link in the description below, and I use your question on a video, and I will send you some keto bricks of your choosing. So just let me know. Put in that form description, send me a great question, and I'll feature that and use it, and you'll get some free bricks. Appreciate the question, Molly. Take care, y'all.